our Indy dog whisperers here.
We'll tell you why this is here.
See, I'm feeling a little. What's this?
A little nervous?
A little bit.
Okay, but first we got to get into something that happened.
Yes.
Very recently, a couple times. You got bit.
I got bit a couple times. And the first thing I want to say about that is that dog bites, I don't take them personally.
Okay.
A lot of people's like, it's not a bad dog. Dogs bite because they possess things, and they come at you and like, that's mine.
Yeah.
Understandable. I just got to get you to a place you're not possessing things, right?
Yeah.
But you can't take it personal. So the first event, if you want to say, was to the finger, and this is what happened. I came into this home. This was a husky blue heeler, and I think a little bit of wolf as well. And it was a 55-pound puppy.
Okay.
And I had a feeling when I was coming through the door, I carried just a little canister of pepper spray in case I'm attacked for real. I've never had to use it, but just in case my life's in jeopardy,
you
obviously,
carry that quite a bit.
in my bag, and I've never had to utilize. But it's the safest way to end something like that without injury to me, the dog, anything else. I don't want to carry a stick and obviously cause injury.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. So when I came in, what happened is the collar was loose on the dog, and it was trying to get to me, and all of a sudden it pulled out backwards and popped the whole thing off, and instead of just barking, it came straight for me. So I pulled the dining room chair out and put it in front and pushed. I've done that before when dogs come at me. Didn't back off. He was trying to get around the chair, and then he dove between the legs of the chair and came up at me up the other side. So I grabbed him by his neck, and when I put him down on the ground, his neck skin was so loose he slashed my fingers. So then he was still trying to attack my hands, so I had to pick him up by his neck and hold him in the air, and the lady ran over and just like grabbed him and ran with him into another room, and I went outside and assessed my injury, came back in, put him back on a slip lead he couldn't get out, got him beside me, and he was much more. He realized at that point I had addressed it, and the guy said, I've never seen him this calm before. So, well, we had it out, right? So what I learned from that is, and I have it on my website, please make sure your dog is secure and the collar is snug. And I carry slip leads. You don't understand when a dog can generate so much force, and if they figure out how to go backwards, they can often pop the collar straight off, and then they'll come for whatever they're coming for. And liability is then on you. Now, I don't hold any clients liable, but if you're out and about and something happens and your dog pops out of a, that's on you if they're off leash.
Now, this second incident is one that kind of caught us all by surprise.
This scares me, this second one.
Now, this one was my fault. And I'll tell you why. It was an oversight on my part. So this was a miniature Australian Shepherd that was going after people. It was secure on leash, and it was starting to show signs of trust to me. So what I did is, I've done this in the shelter hundreds of times with dogs that show trust. What I'll do is I'll actually put the top of my head to their nose, not my face, this, and then pull back up, and it's a sign. Basically, I let them get a smell of my head. That helps relax them a little bit. However, the guy was holding the dog, and the dog was possessed with a man. And when I leaned in and made a movement toward, all of a sudden I felt his fang hit me on the underside of my, so he grabbed like this. If my head hadn't been down, he probably would have clomped right through here. So he got me above the eyebrow. I got hold of him, dealt with him, got myself figured out. It wasn't painful, by the way, because of where it hit me, almost like a boxing injury.
You were fortunate.
I was very fortunate. God was watching out for me. So what I learned from that is that when I get chatting, I'm a talker, as you all know. Sorry, I'm not looking at you enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, George is here.
When I get chatting with people, when you lose your concentration, you need to be aware of a dog that's kind of on the edge and be aware of where they're at in state, right? I was chatting, I thought, oh, he's doing better. Put my head down, wham. Hadn't thought, hey, he's being held on the end of a leash. I need to be cautious right now. If I had taken him and sat him, I might have fared much better. But I wasn't thinking. It was my oversight in that case. I just talked to the owner yesterday and just made sure she knew what I was saying. And she said, I feel so bad. I said, don't. That was on me. It's not his fault. That's on me. And
it's good that, man, you're able to be vulnerable and let people know, hey, I'm the Indy Dog Whisperer, but I'm also learning, too, along the way.
Absolutely. And I am a mortal. So my brain can only do so much, and sometimes I'm not paying attention. And that's on me if I'm not paying attention.
Well, I'm glad he brought his brain up.
We're
gonna.
I hope you are paying attention, because it's time for a little trivia.